Good morning from Los Angeles. Welcome to Trading with Sergio, Wednesday edition. How's everyone doing? It's Wednesday, the customary 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern Trading with Sergio. We do it as well on Monday, 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, Trading with Sergio. On Fridays, we do it at 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern for power hours. So a lot going on. I have my red hat on again until the until the quantum computing stocks tank. I'm going to wear my red hat because at the moment they're kind of ripping my face off on the short side, but we'll see. I mean, it's not that bad. Nothing is bad as long as you position size correctly. Okay. If you position size incorrectly, if you YOLO into some of these things, you would blow accounts. So let's not do that. Let's just make sure that we size everything correctly. What's going on? Well, market's going all-time highs, grinding higher. You know, I've talked about that a million times over. So we keep printing, and M2 keeps going higher. All asset classes are going to go higher. Gold just hit 4,000, right? Okay. And enough said, I guess. Bitcoin tried, and Ethereum, they both tried at all-time highs. They kind of got rejected at the moment. But then we're playing the long game, and these cryptos, they're going to do well. And what else is going on? Fed speakers are speaking. Actually, a lot of the economic data is getting suppressed because the government's in a shutdown kind of a situation. So we're not getting too many news when, we were supposed to get some economic news, but I guess BLS is on vacation. I mean, not that their numbers are any accurate anyway. Yeah, I've put on a lot of positions. My plate's full. I'm managing them or trying to manage them correctly. And ultimately, it's about account equity for me. Where's my account? Where did I start the year? Where did I end the month? Where did I end, all this stuff. So potentially, my target for this year is 100% on my trading account. It's a reasonably large size account, but we'll see. We'll see where we get by December. I'm pretty close. But what else? Let's see. Actually, let me post the link if you guys want to come up. I'll cut this short today. I'll go through the positions and then give me 1 minute. All right, here's the link. If you guys want to join me, we can talk about anything. We can talk about no, not that one. We can talk about Bitcoin, BMNR, hot topic. I see on X a lot of gurus. There's the link if you guys want to join. A lot of gurus are drawing chopsticks on this thing. I'll put a video out actually today and on Friday how ridiculous all of this is. Well, it's breaking out. BMNR is not going anywhere unless Ethereum goes a lot higher, period. Especially now that it's at 1.35 MNAV. I talked about this in the past. I don't want to keep blabbering. There's a good question right there. Well, when I put the positions up, you'll see what kind of pick alignment on that one. I am short, actually. These things, you got to size correctly. You can't just, I have a 6-figure account, reasonably large account, and I'm only short 900 shares. That's how scared I am of these things. But I'll talk about the positions. I'm short that, and I'm IONQ, both of them. But again, we'll talk about shorting as well. I mean, shorting is a lost art, but then nobody shorts anymore because you have things like parabolics going on. That's why my red parabolic hat is on. They rip your face off, man. Common sense, valuations, fundamental analysis, all that has left the building a long time ago. And now it's like we're at the craziness stage with what's going on, even with multi-$100 billion companies, like it happened with Oracle, it happened with AMD a couple of days ago. Luckily, some of my members were positioned well. But all I'm saying is there is no sense of sensibility these days. It's just, you just trade, and what's in front of you is what's in front of you. You know, you can't just be emotional about these things and say, oh, it's so expensive. I mean, okay, the market's not agreeing with you, is it now? You can't argue with the market. The market's pricing is the best pricing mechanism that I know. And market just is definitely prices things incorrectly 99.9% of the time, sometimes incorrectly. When it's incorrect, then you take it, you have to understand why, like I'm doing with all these treasury asset companies, and then, you know, go at it. Oh, okay, somebody's here. Ray's going to keep me company. Let's talk to Ray. What's happening, Ray? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yep, I can hear you now.
Ah, good. So, yeah, thanks for accepting me to join. It's the first time I joined. I have been following for some good time. And I think, I don't know if you will remember, but all my questions were regarding real estate. It's the triplex thing. I don't know if you remember. So I was in the market for some good time, and I withdrew everything to buy my triplex.
Okay.
My questions is more, I follow you that basically you trade in a secure way, you know, in the up and down, you use a lot
There's
of
no secure way. There's
tools.
no guarantees.
No, you use the tools of up and down, kind of
Yeah.
I'm not expert on that. So, but my main focus was always real estate, but at the same time, I see people doing some good money on stocks and losing some good money on stocks. So, what is the best approach to, like, because I always have in my mind that I want to buy the next real estate.
Okay.
But in the meantime, also, I need to save money. So I will not give it to the bank to lose money. And at the same time, I see the market is not stable. So even with the S&P 500, there is a risk of a decrease of some good loss. And if I have, for example, like 100K and I lose 20%, which is the fluctuation of each year, plus minus whatever. So there is high risk that I will not be capable to buy whatever I want, because my plan is like 2-3 years, for example, you know.
So my advice on all of this is going to be to you. Number one, you're doing the right thing. You're investing your money in a hard asset. Okay. The rich people have figured this out long time ago, and I've been saying this for a decade, and in private circles, but now on the channel I've been saying this as well. Why is real estate at an all-time high? Why is gold at an all-time high? Why are stocks at an all-time high? That's because we devalue the dollar, we debase the currency, and you have to protect yourself against that. How do you do that? You protect yourself against that with real estate, right? If you look at real estate prices over the last 10 years, let's say 20 years, they have doubled pretty much. If you had bought a house 10 years, 20 years ago, it doubled. But now, has it really doubled? Have you really gained a double out of that? The reason is because you're also losing about 7 to 10% buying power every year, right? So real estate seems like it's the least risky thing to do, but it's not. You buy a triplex, you rent it out. What if you don't collect rent, right? So there is risk in everything. There is risk in getting my car and then driving somewhere. I could get in a crash. But trading obviously is risky. But my suggestion, you're a fairly young person, is that you should diversify your hard assets. You shouldn't just be trying to get into real estate. Real estate is fine if you look at real estate history over the last 150 years and compare to stocks, compare to bonds, or every hard asset, compared to gold, compared to, forget about crypto now because that's a new thing. But if you look at the steady assets compared to oil, compared to diamonds, compared to all these things, right? They have some intrinsic value, tangible value. You can see it, right? You feel it. Stocks are, you're just trading on a piece of paper. But overall, the best investment over the last 150 years has been stocks. No question about it. It has returned about, on average, 10, 11% a year. That includes all these whoosh downs and bear markets and crashes and pandemics and all these things. So my suggestion to you, again, not being advice, is yes, you can accumulate real estate, play your monopoly game there, but real estate basically is a good tool to keep pace with inflation. Okay, that's what you're doing. And if you're creating some positive cash flow out of it, I have zero, problems with it. But also be involved in markets, because that's going to give you a reasonable amount of return. And I'm not saying like in my way, I have investment account, I have real estate, I have a lot of crypto nowadays, and I have a trading account. So I don't put everything in one basket. But then if you just want to be in real estate, do understand the risks of real estate. There is risks to real estate as well, especially income producing real estate. I'm not talking, primary homes and things like that. So to me, you're young, diversify, start investing. Is never too late to invest. And then every month, drip, 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 put it into something. Don't even think about trading, because if you're going to trade, you have to have all the tools. And most people these days, they don't have the tools. They just throw a dart and then they go like, yep, I like that one. I think that's going to go up. That's because we're in a bull market. Everything goes up in a bull market, right? But so start investing long term, index funds, dollar cost averaging, passive investing. It beats active investing all the time. And at the same time, or maybe high dividend stocks, because you seem like you're more conservative than most people. And, there's dividends that you can collect and have some cash flow there as well. And the one thing, the difference between stocks and real estate is the stocks are very liquid. You can turn it into cash literally like this. Real estate is not as liquid, right? So to me, that makes a big difference, liquidity. So if I were to look at myself at my age, I'm 57. What is my positioning when it comes to overall asset base? Is probably I'm probably positioned 40% in long-term stocks, which I have an investment account. Probably at maybe 15 to 20% in a trading account, which is a six-figure account. It's a big account, but still is. Maybe these days I'm up to maybe 15% to crypto, because the price has gone up. And the rest, my single family home that I bought 22 years ago, that has doubled. I did the calculations the other day with my wife. So we bought our house 22 years ago. We've been in the same house for $825,000. I paid the top at that time, for sure I did, about getting married and all that stuff. Long story short, we hit GFC. House price went down to $650,000. I don't care. I'm going to live in it. Now it's about paid off. But now we got a comp, because the house down the street sold, smaller house, for 1.6, and we have a view and a pool, extra things. It's worth 1.8, let's say. So I've gained $1 million. Okay, over 22 years. $1 million divided by 22 years is what? Less than 5%, about 4.5% a year. Well, inflation has been 4.5%, 5% a year anyway. So basically, I have kept pace with it. Now, I have created a lot of equity in it, right? Because I don't owe much on it. So now I have that equity. But if I had put the same amount of money into S&P 500 22 years ago, it would have been at least like a triple, right? So that's why I'm saying, don't be just one horse jockey. Just invest in a little bit here, diversify here, but you should definitely be invested in stocks, not trading. Trading is a different story, but invest. Always invest.
On index fund, so there is like different index funds, right? Not just the
S&P 500, S&P 500 or triple Q. Those are the two big ones. If you're more aggressive at your age, probably triple Q would be better. But that's the NASDAQ 100. Those are all the stocks.
The major
right
companies.
But
you mentioned that mainly they are dragged by like 7 companies or something like that.
Something like that. But then then you can get better and better at it. You can start doing your own research. Maybe you can start getting into individual names if you don't want to play the index game, because individual names are moving much faster and much, like, if you find a company in its growth phase, like a lot of people talk about Robinhood, a lot of people talk about Palantir, a lot of people talk about Nvidia. These stocks, yes, the indexes have done really well, 25, 30% a year, which is not normal, by the way. but these stocks have done up 5x of the indexes, right?
Yeah.
So you have a conviction, you like a company, and then you can start investing in that as well. But my advice to always going to be, you know, a lot of folks just are attracted to real estate because it doesn't take much thought. You just buy something, you rent it out, you create cash flow, and you move on. I mean, you're seeing it every day. It's a tangible asset. Okay. With the stock, it's a piece of paper. You don't know the management. You don't know who's what. It could be fraud. It could be anything. At least with real estate, you have some sort of more safety. It makes you feel better, right?
Yeah, and because I'm not paying for it, so basically the tenants are paying, kind of.
Absolutely,
but
yeah.
At the end, we're paying for the bank also, because the
Well,
interest
yeah.
take the
So
majority.
that's the other thing we figured out with my wife. I go like, how much mortgage have we paid over how much interest we have paid over the last 22 years, right? Although my mortgage was at like I think we were like 3.75%, right? And like today, for example, me today, would I be able to afford my house today? Probably not, because at 1.8 I have to put down $500,000. Then I have to have a $1.3 million mortgage, property tax, and this and that. My total monthly, cost probably will be over $10,000 a month. Well, it's just, who makes that kind of money? It's ridiculous. It's just you can't, right? That's why affordability is very low in housing. Nobody can buy a house these days.
Even I don't know. They are talking about also, like as you mentioned, the real estate has been growing throughout the years, but they say that it reached a level where, like, if you want to buy a rental property, you cannot pay it from the tenants, because like you reach a level where now the real estate is starting to go down.
It's called a cap rate. Okay.
Yeah.
So the cap rate obviously depends on the price. So if you bought the same triplex that you bought, let's say 10 years ago, right? Your cash flow, your cap rate would be a lot higher. Yes, you have increased the rent, but if you were to do the same thing today, your cap rate probably would be like 5-6%, which is the same thing that you can get on the US Treasury, right? In the 10 years ago, probably would have been 10%. But then it all depends on your outlook, right? And then you're looking at a 5% secure with some risk, obviously. Tenants may not pay. Tenants may just sit there. I mean, things break. You have to fix it. I mean, look, real estate is not without a headache. But a lot of people compare real estate, I see this online, like the Bitcoin, and this is ridiculous. It's silly. It's nothing, not like the same. Everybody should have some real estate, but then now, like, for example, I don't know if you own your primary house, right? It's very expensive. It's very expensive. How do you afford to buy a house these days?
I don't buy a house. I have this theory that I don't want my house.
I like that.
No, because it's useless. Honestly, even in my point of view, my next kind of permanent location will be in a triplex, the first floor, well isolated with a garden, but people upstairs paying part of my expenses.
Or most of it, yeah. No, I like that idea a lot. So you use one of the units and then you rent the other two?
Yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Amazing. Yeah, I think that's wonderful. Yeah. So no, I have nothing against it. It's just that you should invest. Like if you're getting some extra cash every month, just be disciplined enough and, do a budget, cut your expenses a little bit. Don't go to Starbucks every day. I mean,
if you check my, I am financial controller in my life, so.
Oh, okay, yeah. So my thing is, like, a lot of people go spend money because it makes them feel good, like it releases endorphins. You go buy something for yourself, or you go to Starbucks or whatever. I'm like, that's $7 a day. You're just blowing out of, into somebody's pocket. Invest, 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 invest. That's all I can say. Just invest.
If we want to learn the tools, or like part of the tools that you share, do you give some private lessons or something?
No, I don't do privates. I have on YouTube. I have
No, I have seen all the lives. You mean to follow
no,
the
not
live?
the lives, but on YouTube I have a membership group. I have like 40 members. You can join the membership. You'll start learning a lot. So in fact, today I'm going to do members only live at 4:30 p.m. Pacific. What city are you in, by the way?
Montreal.
Oh,
Canada.
you're in Canada. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have actually 2 or 3 Canadian members in the chat group. So yeah, my cousin lives in Montreal. Diron, he lives in Montreal. Yeah. Where are you originally from, by the way?
I'm Lebanese.
Lebanese. You're not
Yeah.
Armenian, are you?
No, I had a neighbor Armenian.
Okay, yeah. No, I love Beirut. All my cousins actually lived in Beirut. They were born there, and
We have
I
a
was
big
born in Istanbul.
community, Armenian Lebanese. Yeah.
Yeah, big Armenian, and in Montreal
Mm,
too, big Armenian community
mm,
there too. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Keep in touch. I think you're doing the right thing, but also invest. Just invest, man. Trust the system. This is the best country to invest. U.S. is the best country to invest. I know we have a little issue with Canada
We're
going on.
investing in US from Canada.
Yeah, we have a little bit of a problem with Canada these days, but
Yeah, this is out of question now. But so technically, your members, like, they have. I know that they have access to your live trades.
yeah,
But
they have
as you
access to my
mentioned,
live trades, and we do this live stream every Wednesday for them. So we get a lot deeper, a lot more tutorial, and a lot more, I don't know, like one-on-one interaction, right? And it's for a Big Mac. I priced it as a Big Mac, so that's how it is.
no,
They
I
get
know
me
it's
for a Big Mac.
no, for the price, it's priceless. The information that someone can get, but it's more because you mentioned that sometimes we're incapable to do what you do based on the
Yeah,
nature of the account.
yeah.
So
Well,
uh,
then what you do is, I've always said this, like what I do is very risky. Don't do it, okay? Because I can handle it. But I always tell them, trade the underlying. Like, you don't have to do options, and you don't have to do this, and you don't have there's an underlying equity there, right?
mhm,
So if I'm, let's say, trading BMNR options or SPET options or Rigetti options or whatever there, right? Or AMD or whatever. Okay, you look at your account size. Most of the things you can do, by the way. But if it's something that you can't, then just buy the underlying, meaning like buy 100 shares of AMD. I mean, that's it.
yeah. By the way, AMD it went up like crazy.
Sure did. We talked about that last week. We set the trade up. I was the only one that didn't do the trade. Everybody in the group did the trade. They were all like, "Oh my god!" I'm like,
I
Jesus.
had a lot of stocks in it when it was going down. Then I
Well, it's
sold
back to
everything.
225 now. So, but yeah, I mean, look, you're doing the right things, bro. I love that idea, the triplex idea. Live in one, have the renter pay the rest of it. You're going to keep gaining value, obviously, because of inflation. And but most of it, what people think they get out of real estate is not what they're really getting. You're just keeping pace with inflation, basically. That's all
No,
you're doing.
honestly, if you see the numbers, especially in Canada and in Quebec, because the tenants have the upper hand, so technically we're paying the bank,
Yeah.
So the tenant think that the owner is rich, and the owner think that the tenant is using him,
Yeah.
but technically we are being used by the bank.
Well, there's another trick to that. So if you were to make one extra payment, one a year,
Oh yeah, it
right?
will drop
You will cut down your mortgage pay. I don't know how long of a mortgage you guys have up there, 30 or
30
whatever.
years.
Is it 30? Okay. You will
Yeah,
cut it down by 10 years.
but
Did you know that?
I wanna add to that. The problem is I use the interest to drop down my income because it
Okay.
is deductible. So
Yes.
if I pay more my capital, it will be less deductible. So I will pay tax to the government. So
Yeah.
someone is
In
taking the
Canada,
cut.
your taxes are very high in Canada. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe you should move to the US.
we saw the word is all for us. So we'll see how
No,
things will
you
go.
know what? I think you're doing great. And then all I do is wish you the best. But yeah, keep in touch, please. I appreciate you coming
No,
on.
thank you for all the information you share, and I will also consider joining the team, so I will have more insights.
No worries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one. That was nice. That was a nice surprise. All right. Good morning, everyone. I usually don't get visitors, so I did enjoy that one. Young guy, buy a triplex. Hey, man, there's a million ways to skin a cat. All right. Good morning, everyone. Ramazan. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see where we're going. All right. Let's go to the positions. Oh, before I go to the positions, may I just mention that I have a website that you can join for free Let me put that link up real quick. www.sergio. We just launched it about 10 days ago. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be wonderful information. All this information, you know, about real estate, about stocks, about the economy, about all the stuff is going to be in there. So I would appreciate all of you to go subscribe to the free. There's going to be a free newsletter. That's actually the first one is going out this Monday. We decided we're going to send it out on Monday at 12 p.m. Pacific. I'm not asking for your name. I'm not asking for your number. I'm not selling you anything. All I want to do is educate and inform. And please go subscribe. It's a free subscription. If you go to the website, there's a blue subscribe button. Click on it. Put your email info. And every Monday, you will get my thoughts on the macro economy. You get my thoughts on interest rates. You get my thoughts on the stock market, maybe some specific trading stuff, maybe top of the funnel stuff, we call it, like what is a stock? Most people don't even know. Did you guys know that there's like 10 different types of stocks, from common stock to preferred stock to convertible stock, all these things, right? So to me, you know, it's just teach and educate, and then you'll find your niche and then you'll stick to it. But please go subscribe. I would appreciate a subscription. And if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please subscribe to that as well and put a thumbs up. Let's go to the position. Let's see what kind of trouble we're in. Ramazan. That's a Turkish name. Is it? Yeah. Ramazan is like a huge feast in Turkey. Oh, here's my rook right there. That's my rook. We're going to do an interview with the rook. Thank you for the compliment, by the way. I appreciate it, bro. It really means a lot to me. It really does. No, it doesn't. We're getting killed. Are we getting killed? Yeah, we are. No, we're not. I don't know what's going on. Yeah. Hey, aren't you in Canada too? Ron was in Canada. Yeah, Turkish coffee is good shit. I mean, you just drink one of those in the morning with the mud on the bottom. You're awake for the rest of the year. Okay, so what do we have? We have a lot of positions going on, folks. Yeah, oh my God, fucking Rigetti. This is like a stock with 50 lives. This doesn't go down. All right, what do we have today? We have I'm going to post this on the community page, by the way, folks. Okay. So you guys, I post it every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and you guys can go check it out. None of this is trading, financial, or investment advice. What I do is very risky. Do not complicate. Do not do it. I mean, I'm not telling you not to do it. I'm sure some of you will do it. My point in all of this is know your risk, know your exit, take losses, manage risk. Make sure you just look at your account equity, okay? All right, so first position, Strive Inc. ASST. They're buying one of my companies that I had a position in. This is just going to be a battle. I started putting on some leap positions on this one. I am long 70 January 2027, 2.5 call. Stock is 205. My cost is 94 cents. They're about 85 cents. I'm long 90. This is, by the way, a Bitcoin Treasury Asset Company that they bought one of my companies that I had a position on, which at the moment is not working out well, but then hopefully it will. I'll explain it when I get there. So Strive Inc. ASST. This is Vivek Ramaswamy's company, by the way. For all of you who don't know, he was a big supporter of Trump. And I am short 50 of the 10 calls. Now, I made an amazing trade here. I actually traded IV on this. I had sold these puts there going out to the calls. I mean, going out to 2027, January 2027 at 55 cents. Somebody put a bid in there and I hit it like yesterday's newspaper. And yesterday I bought them back at 30 cents. I was actually short 160 of them. I bought 110 of them back. So I took my money out of this, and this is my lottery ticket, hoping that Bitcoin goes to 200,000 and this stock will be 10. And I collect all the money. So this is going out to January 2027. So I'm long 160 calls, 2.5s and 5s, and I'm short 50. I was short 160, but I'm short 50 now. And I will start putting these out again, 40, 50 cents. So the 2.5, 10 spread, I'm at 44 cents cost. It could be worth as much as $7.50. And 5 10 call debit spread, I am at 17 cents. which could be worth $5. So I just threw some money at it, holding onto it. This is next position is DeFi Development. This is a Solana treasury asset company. I nailed this trade for sure because I put this on at 0.85 MNAV. I talked about this a million times already, folks. I trade MNAV. I don't trade anything else. I did this trade at 0.85 MNAV today. It's outperforming completely, and I have a 50 expiring October 17th, next Friday, regular expiration, 55 put credit spreads. I put it on about $1.20 credit, and they're down to like 70 cents. I'm just so much meat left on the bone. There's literally 50% plus meat left on the bone. So this is going to take care of itself. Hopefully both sides will expire worthless. I'm long 8,500 shares of INHD Inno Holdings. I just bought it because it was like 15. I bought it at $1.43. We're down to $1.30, no problem. I'm also long. I just bought this yesterday. I started shorting IONZ, but I didn't want to short IONQ. I didn't want to short the stock. They're ripping my face off. So what I did is, this is a 2x bearish ETF of IONQ. All you have to do is look at the chart. I'm long 6,500 shares at 277. Stock is 304. We have a couple thousand profit there, somewhere in that range. We'll just keep that. And I wanted to buy 10,000 shares. I didn't. This morning I should have had orders in, but shoulda, woulda, coulda. Next position, another put credit spread going out to October 17th. MSOX is the 2x ETF of MSOS, which is the cannabis ETF. I put these on at 80-cent credit. I'm short the 7s and long the 5s. For some people who don't know what a put credit spread is, you sell closer to the money put and you buy out of the money put to mitigate your risk. So I'm short 40 of these. I did them at 80 cents. They're down to like 20 cents. There is still about 30% meat left on the bone. It's at 950. We're hoping both sides expiring worthless. And at 950, I'm short the 7 puts, long the puts. It looks like both sides will expire worthless. Here we go. Ramazan. I am short 900 shares of Rigetti, physical shares at 40.60. Stock is 45. But then if you guys look at all these short puts, for example, when I shorted the stock, I shorted the put as well. The 40 put, 39.5 put, 39 put, 38.5 put, 38, 37.5, 37, 36.5. I shorted all the puts. Now, what do I do this for? Okay. Well, I do it because I don't know when the damn thing is going to stop. Okay. Number one. And it didn't. So I'm down like 4.5 points on the stock. But I'm taking all this premium in. So now, just like a cover call, this is called a cover put. If the stock drops to 40, I will get a sign at 40, 39.5, 39, whatever, if it drops there. This is expiring 2 days from now. On Wednesday, I'm going to keep doing these weekly puts until I get assigned with profits, because once I get assigned with the short puts, it will close my short position on the stock. And if it's not there, they'll expire worthless, and then my cost basis will go higher. Just like a cover call, your cost basis will go lower every time a call expires. On this one, it go higher. The difference is on stuff like this, you don't know when these things are going to stop. This thing has like 18 lives. Today's high is 48.23, low is 42. So 6-point range on a $40 stock is a lot. However, they just keep, shorts are stuck in this. They keep buying, they keep grinding it higher, and I'm not going to question it, man. I'm getting my face ripped, although I took in a bunch of premium, so I'm okay. And I only did 900 shares. I literally could have done like 5,000 shares. I didn't do it. I can't make myself do it. I allocate properly. Next position is Sharplink Gaming, SBET, ETH Treasury Asset Company. I put this position on. This position was a lot larger. I trimmed on the way up. Now I'm putting it back on again. This goes out to January 2026. I'm short a put credit spread, 15 puts and 12.5 puts, and I'm long some calls, and I'm also long 2,000 shares of stock. Cost of 17.18. Stock is 18, so I have some profit there. But I'm also short the January $25 strike calls at almost $2. So it's almost like a cover call. So basically, I had a 60 lot put credit spread. I trimmed it down to, we're down to like 15 now. When the stock went up originally, first time to like 19 range, I bought all the puts back and then left the short put, long puts alone, sold some of them yesterday and today on this pullback on ETH as well as SPET. So that's that position. Again, I'll post these on the community page. I don't want to keep going at it. Next position is Semler Scientific. That's the one, the first company is buying. ASST is trying to buy Semler Scientific for 21 shares. It's a share for share merger. Okay, so where is ASST? ASST is 210. Actually, it rallied. It was as low as 190 this morning. 210 times 21 is 45. Stock Semler is 28.70, right? So now, what do we have here? We have arbitrage potential, which I recommended my members to do. I don't think anybody did it because they're new to arbitrage. I didn't do it because I'm already in the trade. So on this one, I have a symmetric put synthetic on, meaning I'm short the 30 puts, long the 25 puts. Again, I put credit spread, which I did it for about $2.50. I took that 2.5 and spent it on a call debit spread. Pretty equity efficient position, really. Instead of buying 2,500 shares at 30, that would cost me 75,000 at the moment. I'm using only 18,000 buying power to do this. And hopefully this deal will close. And hopefully Semler will be 21 times ASST price. And this is also, I did it on Semler because MNAV on Semler is a medical equipment company. They had bought last year at a really lower price, actually 5,700 BTC Bitcoin. And I looked at their market cap versus their net asset value. It was like 0.70. I didn't even know that a merger was coming. And I did the trade on Semler because that's what I do. I trade on MNAV. And then the merger came, and actually stock is exactly the same price as they announced the merger. So I'm going to patiently just hold on this one. The only difference is the market maker is making a fool out of me. They are pricing these options with super high wide spreads now. And I'm like, it's messing up my account equity, but then it'll resolve itself. So I'm not going to worry about it. And last but not least, I started buying some UPRO puts. That's a hedge for all the long stuff I have. I'm long 55 of the UPRO October 17, 110 puts. Index is 115. And I sold weekly puts against it that are expiring this Friday at 35 cents. So lowering my cost basis a little bit. I will buy a few more puts just to, in case we get a whoosh down or something like that. Yeah, those are the positions. Doing well. Pretty decent green day. The happiest thing is about it is DFDV. DFDV got down to 0.84 MNAV today, and it's going back to 0.95. Trade MNAV, folks. The rest is BS. The short is the short. We're going to hang in there. We're going to battle it out. I shorted it pretty reasonably high, I think. But what if the puts expire worthless, I'll immediately on Monday or Tuesday sell the next leg of puts and keep raising my cost basis. If I get a sign, I close the short. I mean, what else is there to say? Stock's 45. I can't believe this company is worth, again, don't create biases. IONQ is worth $25 billion. They have no sales, or maybe 50 million in sales. Forget earnings. Rigetti is worth like $14 billion. They have zero revenue. We're not talking earnings. Earnings are going to come for another 5 years. They're going to keep burning cash forever. So these shorts can go up as much as they can go up because there's already a massive short position in this thing. And they're getting their faces ripped. And the stock is only going to go down when all the dealers are hedged properly. Because what's happening is that YOLOers are coming and buying these way out of the money calls, paying 200-300 IV, but they're still making money because stock is moving higher. Well, gamma squeezes are happening. The dealers have to come and adjust their hedges. And the way they hedge is they buy the underlying. And that's what's happening here. They're just gamma squeezed daily on these things. And people are gambling on this, YOLOing. Look, man, shit's going to happen. Whenever it sells off, it's going to sell off hard. But then I'm going to need a ton of patience on this one, folks. But I'm a patient man. So anyway, charts are charts. What else? Not much else. I don't know. Yeah, it's a good day. I'm happy. Even with the short going against me, I'm actually pretty green today. So, all right. So let's go answer some more questions. Oh, Turkish coffee is the best. Yes, 0 K9. IMG is not. Oh, no, IMG is not going to 10 because that means IONQ is going to be like $15. Not going to happen. I'll take a double though. Really? Is it back? Yeah. Well, I'm right on everything. Remember this morning on my chat group, I put in ACHR. Is it time? That was the low. And I think one of the members said, do we buy the 2X ETF? Oh, I hope you did it, bro. Because I'm good at calling him, but I'm not good at trade. Well, I have all these trades, so I have to pay attention to what I'm doing, but I can call him. I've been pretty hot, actually, you know, but so take advantage of it when I'm hot. And because I should do run cold. So anybody else want to come on to something else? No? How do you figure that? Rook? You want to come on, Rook? The link is up there. How do you figure that? Actually, we can do the interview now. We'll do it properly. Ionki needs to go around 47. How do you figure that? I don't think that's accurate. Okay, let's do the math. It's 77. Is it 77? Okay. So IONZ is 3.5. No, I was kidding. And you didn't have to say that you're in boxers in bed. I mean, I'm not Johnny Carson. People watch Johnny Carson or Jimmy Kimmel with their boxers in bed. I make myself crack up. Okay, 77 to 47. That's 30 points. What percentage is that? 25%? So IONZ is going to go up 50%. It's a 2X ETF, my man. Is it a 3X ETF? No, it's a 2X ETF. So it's going to double. No, it's going to go up 50%. So it's going to go from 3 to 4.5. That's why these 2X ETFs don't do anything, you know? But yeah, you're not going to 10. How'd you figure that? Oh, yeah, you guys. Oh, I got you. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, yeah, but you guys know about the slippage, right? Yeah. So I guarantee it's not going to be 10. I'll take a bet. You guys want to bet? Don't mess with my math. You guys want to bet? Let's bet. Let's do it. September 12th, it was 47. IMG was 10. I bet you whatever you guys want that it ain't going to be 10 if IONQ drops to 47. It's not going to happen. So math is math, man. Here's the math. 77 to 47. It's 30 points. It's 25%. And IONZ is going to go up 50%. It's three and change. It's going to be 4.5. So last time when it was 47, if you bought it at 10, if let's say you shorted IONQ at 47, it ran on you to 82 and then drops to 47, you're even on IONQ, but on IONZ, you're going to be down 50%. So these 2X ETFs are not to be bought and held other than a few days, maybe a week at most, because there is definitely slippage. Are you high, bro? Are you smoking pot when your boxer's in bed? Oh, yeah. Something else to learn. Talk about. It's not going to be 10 because it's going to be 15. Yeah, sure. That means IONQ is minus 10. Yeah. I would doubt that it's going to get to 5. Now, the other thing with these 2X ETFs that people don't understand is percentage moves, obviously, right? So it moves 2X of the daily move. But if you look at like a stock like ASTS, let's say, right? So the dollar amounts, percentage moves are still going to be percentage moves. The dollar amounts become larger and larger and larger, right? Like it was a $230 2X ETF on ASTS. Now it's like $330. Only ASTS has moved 20 points, but then percentages on the $200 number is going to be the dollar is going to be higher, but percentages are going to be the same. So I bet you for it to go to 10, IONQ has to be okay. I'll tell you. If IONQ goes down 90%, IONZ is going to go up 180%. Okay, if IONQ is $10 a share, which is never going to go there, not for a while anyway, IONZ will be 5.5, maybe 6. Yeah. So you take the profit on these. You don't fuck around. Yeah. Most people don't understand, and they buy and hold these ETFs. Look at MSTU with MSTR. Look at it. MSTR has been pretty steady. Where's MSTU? $4 and change. Look, you guys have to understand slippage, because most people, when they trade these or buy these and hold these 2x ETFs, is they think they own, like on Tesla, TSLL, or whatever. They think they own it. They don't own anything. They don't own the underlying, these 2x ETFs or 3x ETFs. They have things called swaps and long-term option positions. And when they roll, you think rolling is free? No, it costs a lot. That's the slippage. What should I do with AMD? I don't even want to talk to you, man. All you knuckleheads did it. I didn't do it. I will definitely take the money. Hold forever? Yeah, then you just write it back down to 70 when this AI bullshit musical chairs is over. No, take the money. You're up like, I don't even know what you have. So what are you talking about? Yeah, because yesterday, when it opened at 225, sold to 200, you shit your pants. Those boxes were dirty. Now we're back to 225, giving you a second shot at it. So, okay, well, yeah. Okay, cool. What do you want? $500 out of it? I have a good video coming out today, folks, on AI and what kind of bullshit musical chairs that's going on there. Even some perma bulls are talking about that. So here's my thought on this. So you have 3 banks, let's say, which we have the triangle in OpenAI, Oracle, AMD, NVIDIA. We have the quadruple chairs there, right? So it seems like the same amount of money is just going from door to door and then ending up at the same place. But every time the money moves, the underlying shoots up. So it happened when OpenAI did it with Oracle. Up 50 points, back to where it was. Then Oracle does it with NVIDIA. NVIDIA shoots up and back to where it was. And then OpenAI doing it with AMD. So OpenAI basically went to AMD and said, we want to buy $35 billion of your chips. They go, okay, show me the money. Give me the cash. And OpenAI goes, we don't have that money. But we announce it. Your market capitalization will go up by $75 billion. AMD goes, oh, cool. Sure enough, AMD market cap went up $75 billion. So you have the same amount of money going from door to door. And every time it moves, underlying is going parabolic. This is like same thing as Goldman Sachs gives $10 to B of A. B of A goes, whoa, okay. B of A goes up. Then B of A gives the same $10 to JP Morgan. JP Morgan goes up. Then JP Morgan gives it to Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo goes up. Then Wells Fargo goes, oh, okay, we're just going to give it to Goldman. Goldman goes up. It's just the same money, just moving around, musical chairing it. And this is what's happening with AI. It's like, where does this end? I don't really care what it is. I'm just making. I'm good with my 100%. You guys can all make the 8,000% a year. It's all good. Was I able to figure this? Yeah, we're going to talk about it today, David. The members live. There's nothing to figure out, bro. I asked you the question. You put the iron condor on. You should be doing fine. You just messed up and did it for Friday. You have 2 days of sweating. I mean, what are the odds the market's going to be sideways for 2 more days? Within your body. Your wings are not that wide. I wouldn't worry about it. But I don't want to do that. I want to do directional plays. We could talk about that today. I don't want to give it up. It's a members live thing. I want to trade more 0DTs, but I want to do them directionally. I don't want to do this put credit spread, iron condor, too much stuff. I already have too much stuff going on. I want to make some real money. I don't want to just do this little, pick up pennies in front of the bulldozer. Anyway, so I'm going to end this here. Go have a cup of coffee. I think this was a good live. All right, let's repeat. Please go sign up to my new website. I think it's awesome. And for all of you here, can you just guys refer somebody to sign up to the website? First newsletter is going out. Here's the website, www.sergioavedian.com. There's a blue subscribe button. Click subscribe. All I'm asking is your email. No name, no phone number. I'm not selling you anything. I just want to inform and educate you. So please go subscribe to the newsletter. The first edition, actually, there's 4 articles on the blog already. So I have a blog on the website as well. You can start reading about it. They're going to be short. These articles that come out, I don't want your attention for more than 2 minutes because I know that's the max attention these days. We can pay attention to something thanks to TikTok and shit. So just read it. I'm going to send you some good nuggets. And maybe some on trading, maybe some on basic stuff. I want something for everyone, beginners, newbies. But like I told Ron from Montreal, invest. You have to start. At some point, you have to start. I don't want to hear, I don't have the money. You have money. You have $10 a week, $5 a week, $20 a week, whatever it is. Start investing. Okay. So please go subscribe to my website. I would appreciate it. To my newsletter. It's a free newsletter. I don't want any, I'm not, that's it. Please do that. You know, yeah, bye. Yeah. Okay, so we'll have members only live today at 4:30 p.m. Pacific. We'll talk about other stuff. Hopefully, I have some good news on the shorts, taking it into shorts. I mean, again, even the shorts, my account's green today. Why? Everything else is making up for it, right? Got to position size correctly. You can't just be emotional about it. Go, oh, Rigetti is too high. I'm like, yeah, it was too high like at 30. Now it's 45. It's going to be higher. Until all the shorts give up, until on all these quantum stocks, until the market makers or the dealers are hedged fully, these things are not going down. How do you hedge? People just bought 10,000 lots of way out of the money strike calls. Who's selling this? There is no open interest. Who's selling it? The dealer, the market maker is selling it. Do you think the market maker is in the business of gambling head to head with you? No. So what do they have to do? They have to hedge. How do they hedge? They go by the underlying. It adds more fuel to the fire. But the second those calls are sold, what is the market maker going to do? Really sold that shares. That's when we're going to get it. But until that happens, wish. Bro, you're still stuck with this thing. Don't watch it. It's going to go to 10. Didn't you say it's going to go to 10? Go to bed. Do something. Go read a book. Go do something. Have lunch. Whatever. IONZ's up 10%. Okay, we're up 10%. Anyway, we're long IONZ, so I don't know. Just go do something. You're stuck watching your portfolio. You know, the other day in the chat, he goes, I'm quitting school. I go, are you stupid? I mean, if you had not started school, I would go like, don't even go. That's a different story. But you're already, 6 years into it, my man. At least finish that. Unlike most of your generational peers, at least finish your MBA. Yeah, I know it was a joke, but finish what you started. Be proud, and then have that diploma, and let's see what it's going to get you. You'll figure that out. But if you had not started college, I would go. Don't even think of going to college, unless you're going to be some sort of specialist, something. Because AI is going to take that job from you and shove it, where. I don't know. This is the young people, man. This is what they do to me. Just like my son, bro. Just suck my blood dry, bro. I don't know. It's not going to go to 10, so I'm not going to worry about you dropping out of school. There you go. All right, folks. I'm going to be back on Friday. See my members on 4:30 today, Friday Power Hour. Please go subscribe to my website. Not subscribe, newsletter on the website, free newsletter, or the YouTube channel, or whatever else. Honestly, I think I'm putting out good info. Check out the community page today with the positions. My positions are full. I'm still about 65% cash, by the way. So I have a lot of bullets to shoot if I see something, but I like my positions. Why mess with it? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I'm not gonna. You know, I have 7 days. I think it's 7 days. Yeah, I have 7 days left to expiration with 50+% left on a put credit spread and a 30+% left on a put credit spread. I don't have to do anything. I'm just going to sit on my chair and have data decay take care of all that stuff. And then in the meantime, we're going to hope for a tank in Rigetti. So I get assigned all those shares, close my short position. These are all my plans. Hopefully, market will adhere to my plans, because most of the time market doesn't listen to me. Anyway, have a great day. May all your shorts go down and may all your longs rocket. That's how I'm ending it.